with blue eyes, you may like a doll like that. It's all psychological, it's conditioning very deeply. But spirit has no conditioning. It's a free thing. What does it feel? It feels the joy of creation, which we cannot. Before realization, we cannot feel. You see, when we see something, where is the joy? Now, for example, if a fussy man comes here, we say, oh God, what a thing. I had to take out my shoes and sit like that, and the chairs were horrible, and couldn't sit, very uncomfortable, and the color was all white, I couldn't bear it, and I don't know, all sorts of things. The thoughts will start. If you buy something, same thing. If you see something, same thing. There's no joy. You just start thinking. Or if not, to avoid that, you may start a poetry about it. It's sometimes so artificial, some of the poetry, so artificially put there that you can see it clearly that this man is just a sadist, wants to make you cry, like Lord Byron. You can see it so clearly that this man has no sincerity of purpose. He's not sincere. That sincerity you cannot feel unless and until you realize. Because such a poem you won't like at all, whether you understand the language or not. The whole tone of it will emit horrible vibrations. Is absolutely the essence of everything is nothing but vibration. Everything is nothing but vibration. The rest is all zero. We are nothing but our vibrations which are emitted because we are now connected with the spirit. But otherwise also, whether you are connected with spirit or not, you emit vibrations. But these are the vibrations without the light in it. And you can feel the vibrations of a person out and out. You can feel. Feel how? You can feel on your centers. All your centers become active and you start feeling on your centers. That means all these 5 centers, 6, 7 centers you start feeling. Even you may not feel in your fingers. Some of us Sahaja Yogis may not feel also even today after so many days because their Vishuddhi chakra is very bad. They must have smoked in, I think, 10 lives, you see. And must have been horrible Vishuddhi chakra, and maybe that's why it's all on the myelin sheath of the nerves that you cannot feel it. That's a different point. But you'll feel it on your centers. And the feeling on the center is emitted in your nervous system. And when it comes to it, you feel it on your centers. And you know, you just know. And you know it as vibratory awareness. This vibratory awareness has to grow, no doubt. This sensitivity has to grow, no doubt. But first you must touch it. If it has not even touched, then how can it grow? But we are so conditioned that we take to things which superficially are very appealing. Sahaja Yoga is not like that. It's truth, it's reality. Of course, you cannot pay for reality. I mean, how can you pay? If it is reality, you cannot pay for it. That's one simple thing. You cannot artificially say you are realized. So you cannot. Even if you say, there was a girl, I met her in Portugal, mischievous one. And she wanted to stick on with the Sahaja Yogis because she was very negative. She wanted to disturb Sahaja Yogis. She came to the program. And she told me, oh, I'm feeling very well, mother, I'm feeling vibrations. I just looked at her and kept quiet because I knew she was not. I didn't say anything, I didn't want to create trouble. But second day when she turned up, I said, why are you telling me lies? No. I said, yes. You are telling me lies. You have to be sincere. What are you going to be? Say you are mischievous, you are playing into the hands of negative forces. What is your gain? You are the spirit. The spirit is within you. You have to become the spirit. Is your own joy, is your own property, is your own self, which is not known. Why not be honest about it and get to it instead of playing tricks with yourself? And then playing tricks with other Sahaj Yogis. What's the use? What is the game? Why are you playing in the hands of satanic force? Why don't you play into the hands of the divine force? She said, no, mother, I'm feeling it. I said, see, don't tell me lies. I know for definite you are not feeling it. And if you are not going to be honest, you are not going to come to my program at all. You have to be honest to yourself. If you are not honest, I am not going to have you here. But this honesty sometimes reaches a very absurd limit. Because honesty is only up to which point you can see. Say you can see the color is white, all right. Up to that you are honest. But if you start saying, I know who has painted and I know who has done the job and I know who's the company and all that, that's not true. So honesty is up to the point you know. Beyond that, if you start saying things because you have read somewhere something or you have heard something, that's wrong. That's not being honest. So we have to have honesty and open-mindedness. You have to be open-minded and honest so that you see for yourself. Because as I told you, it's not like other places where you can just go and become members, nothing. First you have to get your realization. Secondly, you have to grow into it. Those who cannot do will be left out. You can't help it. How far can you go with people? How far can you tell them? You see, there's no binding force. You are completely free to leave it or to take it. If you want to take it, well and good. If you don't want to take it, no one is going to force you at all in this, because you cannot force. You can force a horse to eat, that is possible. But you cannot force any human being to be a realized soul. You cannot. Not only that he has to ask for it, but he has to later on work for it. It's a tremendous thing you are asking for, and it's the greatest thing that you are achieving. It is made easy, I should say. The times are such. It looks easy, but it's not so easy. In Sahaja Yoga, there are more dropouts than sticking people. Naturally. Because you have to be honest. You have to be very honest with it. And you have to give a try. Like in Spain, I met about 5, 6 ladies and 2 men who came to see me. When I came out, I was very reluctant to have anything to do with that. But you see, other Sahaja Yogis were so impressed, I don't know why. Oh, mother, they're so good, you don't know, they came and looked at your photograph and they did this and all that. I said, no, it's all right if you want to try, but somehow I don't think much is going to work out. And they thought they had found such a great bunch of people, you see, who are real Sahaja Yogis of the thing. I said, did you see the vibration? He said, no, mother, we were waiting for you. I said, all right, doesn't matter. We'll have a look at that. And they said, first question they asked, mother, why is it Sahaja Yogis don't smoke? I said, because they don't want to. I mean, is that a question to ask? I mean, if you smoke, is it very normal? I just couldn't understand this question. She said, no, we don't want to lose our freedom of smoking and freedom of drinking. I said, do you think you are free? You are a slave. You can't give up even if you want to. I can free you from that. Or your Kundalini can free you, but you cannot. Even if you want, you cannot give up. But here they just give up. I don't tell them, I never force them. But it just happens. Because if you get the nectar of life, you don't care for other nonsensical things. It's simple as that. But they were so frightened with the Sahaja Yogi style of life, means they don't smoke and drink every night. They said, it's impossible. They gave up. Can you imagine? And the first talk we had. But then we had people, such tremendous characters, came for the program. I was so very happy. Extremely happy and joyous. Everybody said, mother, why? They were little sometimes, not so much receptive, maybe according to Sahaja Yogis. But I could feel my vibrations sucked into them, absolutely flowing, the energy just getting into them. And suddenly they said, got it. And tremendous people, very well educated also some of them, but extremely well versed about what we have to achieve. I was surprised. In Spain, there are people who know Sanskrit so well, and about everything about Chaitanya and all that. They know so well. It's most surprising, and I used to think only scholarships exist in England. No, I was surprised. All of them knew about chakras. They knew about what it means. Everything they have sorted it. I say, when did you start? He said, about when we were, I think, 10 years of age. I said, 10 years of age? How? He said, we just couldn't be satisfied with what was the answer is here. Such grown-up people, I said. From 10 years of age, so many of them. And you should have seen the way they were. And they recognize Sahaja Yoga and the tremendous effect it has and the work that it is doing. You will be amazed the way these people behaved towards Sahaja. Then I said, next time, I am not staying in London, Spain. Really I tell you. This is the kind of reception. There's no barrier at all in their minds. It's such pure intelligence, sharp. To see this is the thing. Where are we running? You see, and really I felt that 8 years I've wasted in this country. That time, really for a moment. I just felt, oh God. But you know the importance of this country is so great because it's the heart of the universe. I have to labor through it and such lethargy and such inertia. And explanation, you see, intellectuals have a very good, you see, easy chair way of looking at things. Very easy chair way of looking at things. Easy chair politicians there, you see. Well, it's very interesting. Many times I've heard. It's very interesting, you know, Mother, what you've given us. Very nice, yes. It's very common. But there, for them, it was a heavenly gift because they knew what it was. What's the use of all the scholarship of Lord Byron when you can't recognize Christ? When you can't recognize the truth? What's this education for? I was amazed at these people. They never went to Cambridge and they were not Oxbridges. Most surprising, you know. And they were people, great intelligence, very well versed, and in Spain. Can you imagine? Same, I will say, of Italy. Italians are supposed to be very dishonest, this, that I've heard. Nobody was dishonest with me, as far as I'm concerned. Very upright, straightforward, and tremendous people. Just my photograph convinced them. Is it the face shows? They hate the Pope, they hate the papal things, they know all about Pope, everything they know. They have sorted out everything. But to know so much about chakras and things, I was amazed. They knew about Tantrism, they knew that Hitler, you must understand this. You are seekers of very great times, born in this great country of yours, but so much conditioned. This is for you to take it within yourself what you are and to achieve that. This is something cannot be forced. I cannot mischievously do something or cleverly do something or cunningly say something to convince you. It is not that. It is something that has to happen within you. That you have to be something more than what you are. Is that concern of mine? Because it's my job. That keeps me here. You must know your real self, which is seeking the truth. It will never be satisfied with all these monkey tricks that people are indulging into. It's no monkey tricks. You don't become a monkey like dancing, jumping, singing. This is not the thing. In your awareness, in your central nervous system, you should feel the presence of your spirit. That's it. If you have discarded Christianity, like some people write to me, Mother, I have many problems. First begins with Christianity. Where do you land? Even if you discard Christianity, you can't do without Christ. Christ is there. I mean, Christ is our soul. We cannot do without Him. Then you come into another thing. Then you fall into another trap. Then fall into another trap. You miss the essence of it every time you fall into these peripheries. The essence is in the center of it, and that center is within you, is your spirit. You may ask me 100 questions, I'll give you 200 answers. Makes no difference at all, I tell you. It is of no weight, of no availability to you of any goodness out of it. Believe, you have to be what you are. Unless and until that happens and you establish it within yourself, it's such a waste of life, waste of this creation. Everything I feel wasted. So I have to request you again and again. Of course, in London now there are some very great surgeons, no doubt.